Welcome back to ZNGP today. This weekend's German Grand Prix at Sachsenring brings MotoGP back to a track that has long been synonymous with Marc Márquez. Since his rookie victory there in 2013, the Spaniard has cultivated what many call his garden, a left-hand specialist's paradise where few can match his record of 8 wins. After 4 months on the sidelines, reigning MotoGP world champion Jorge Martin is finally set for a full factory Aprilia MotoGP test, his true comeback test following severe injuries at the Qatar GP. Aprilia has formally confirmed that Martin will swing his leg over the RSVP25 on Wednesday, July 9th at Misano. Fresh from 2 days atop an Aprilia RSV4 at Montmeló, reigning world champion Jorge Martin shared candid reflections on his first true on-bike sessions in nearly 4 months. As he transitions from a second preseason on a superbike to next Wednesday's full RSVP25 outing at Misano, Martin admits the scars of 12 broken ribs remain, and that every lap is both a physical and psychological milestone. At Pramac Yamaha's Col Val d'Elsa event, Jack Miller laid bare his thoughts on a turbulent 2025, his contract future, and the chase for more seats at the top table. With characteristic candor, the Australian balanced self-critique, series proposals, and unwavering commitment to Yamaha, with a glance at superbike temptations and a nod to incoming talent Toprak Razgatlioglu. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. In his very first year in MotoGP, Marquez stunned the field by converting pole position into victory, a repeat feat each year from 2014 through 2019. He won the race from pole, something that was repeated in the following years: 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019. Even as a newcomer, Marquez found a rhythm at Sachsenring that left seasoned veterans chasing his rear wheel. His mastery of the circuit's relentless left-handers propelled him to 6 straight triumphs. After a pandemic-forced hiatus in 2020, Marquez returned in 2021 and once again conquered Sachsenring, but this time started 5th on the grid instead of pole. Even when the perfect package wasn't handed to him, Marquez's racecraft shone. He weaved past rivals with surgical precision, proving that raw pace alone isn't his only weapon. Misfortune struck in 2022 and again in 2023, forcing Marquez to sit out both German GPs after surgeries and crashes left him physically unable to compete. Those 2-year absences underscored the fragility even of the greatest riders. Yet they also framed the critical career decision that led Marquez to Ducati in 2024. In 2024, Marquez joined Gresini Racing on a Desmercedes, starting 13th at Sachsenring but charging forward to claim 2nd place, sharing the podium with his brother Alex for the first time. That comeback ride melded Marquez's resilience with the Gresini team's familial spirit, hinting at the Ducati era's potential on a circuit he once owned. Marquez's 8 wins at Sachsenring eclipse any other rider's haul, double the 4 victories each claimed by Valentino Rossi and Dani Pedrosa. Only Max Biaggi, 2 wins, and a host of single-time winners, Bagnaia, Martin, Stoner, Quartararo, dare approach his total. Yet this year's title fight promises stiffer resistance, even in his garden. Sachsenring is more than a track for Marc Márquez, it's a testament to his genius in mastering asymmetry and defying gravity. As he arrives once again, the paddock will watch closely. Can he extend his record to 9 victories? Or will the tides of competition finally stir his sanctuary? Whatever unfolds, Sachsenring remains Marc Márquez's garden, a place where his legend continues to bloom. In a succinct statement to the press, Aprilia's Noali HQ laid out the plan. Martin's first outing aboard the full-blown MotoGP machine since April will come at Misano's San Marino GP circuit. Dear media, we wanted to confirm that Jorge Martin will be testing the RSGP25 on Wednesday, July 9th at the Misano circuit. From Aprilia. This decision follows last week's regulatory approval from Dorna, which now permits injured riders to conduct MotoGP tests before returning straight to a Grand Prix, crucial for both safety and performance preparation. Martin first joined the RSV4 superbike at Montmeló, but this Misano outing marks his first true re-immersion in premier-class machinery, and the moment of truth for his recovery. After his test at Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya on July 4th and 5th, Martin will be back on a MotoGP bike this week. His Barcelona laps were encouraging, but the RSGP25's power delivery, chassis feedback, and braking loads pose a very different challenge. Misano offers a balanced mix of slow hairpins and fast Ss, ideal for measuring Martin's physical readiness. Despite his rapid rehabilitation, Martin remains ruled out of this weekend's German GP at Sachsenring, making Misano not just a test, but the essential stepping stone to his first Grand Prix back. Sachsenring's tight, left-hand emphasis and physical demands made it unsuitable for a rider still nursing rib fractures and a scaphoid injury, hence the strategic gap before his Misano evaluation. Misano is more than a test track, it's Martin's emotional second home, site of his first MotoGP podium and a circuit that resonates with his Spanish-Italian fanbase. This unmissable event for the Madrid native at the track where the San Marino Grand Prix is held. If Martin nails his physical benchmarks, strength, flexibility, and pain tolerance, Misano's data will clear the way for a Czech GP return on July 18th to 20th, just before the summer break. Each medical check and test day brings Martin closer to resuming his title defense. Last Monday's green light from Dr. Angel chart underscored his significant improvement, yet care remains paramount. Martin's medical examinations gave the green light for these tests to proceed. As Martin gears up to rejoin the RSGP25 paddock, Aprilia's engineers will pore over every lap, ensuring his comeback is built on confidence, not haste. July 9th at Misano isn't just another test, it's Jorge Martin's gateway back into the MotoGP hunt. With Aprilia's top brass watching closely and Dorna's new injury rules in place, this one session could define the rest of his 2025 season. The paddock holds its breath. Will Martin emerge fit, fast, and ready to reclaim his crown? Martin opened his third YouTube vlog at the Catalan circuit by acknowledging how long it's been since he last raced. The last time I was here was when I was world champion. Riding a detuned Aprilia RSV4, he set modest goals for his Montmeló test. It's a smoother, more relaxed bike than the MotoGP bike. Next week, I'm supposed to ride the MotoGP bike at Misano, Martin said. The RSV4 served as a training scaffold, letting Martin rebuild endurance and confidence before tackling the RSGP25's brutal power delivery. His plan: easy days 1 to 2 on the superbike, then full-focus MotoGP testing. Despite completing 68 laps in scorching heat, Martin felt every fracture. My back is bothering me a bit. Of course, with 12 broken ribs, it's bound to bother you, it's normal. Dr. Angel chart cleared him for these sessions, but his body isn't yet blameless. Martin treated muscle soreness as a marker of progress, proof that during his 4-month layoff, nothing decays faster than race fitness. Though the RSV4 lacks full MotoGP electronics, Martin pressed on, 2 quick stints aiming for 70 laps and punishing track temps nearing 60 degrees Celsius. First session 8 or 9 laps, now it's time to stop because I know if I continue tomorrow I'll be dead. By lunch, he'd logged 35 laps and a tire change, by day's end, nearly 70. Even on a tamed superbike, the repeated high-speed runs were a baptism by fire, necessary to reacquaint his mind and body. Martin's focus remained steadfast, rebuild race muscle memory, not chase lap times, though speed wasn't far off. The speed is more or less there. Little by little I'll get it, there's still a while to go. Every lap at Montmeló was a test of rib flex, stamina, and mental resilience. For Martin, the true victory lies in closing the gap between physical readiness and MotoGP demands. With Misano's RSGP25 test locked in for Wednesday, July 9th, Martin's trajectory is clear: superbike tuning, medical green light, then back to premier class prototypes. Tomorrow I'll continue training, and next week, Wednesday, I'll get on the MotoGP bike. Dorna's updated regulations now permit this. Pre-GP trial, crucial for avoiding a cold re-entry at Brno or the Red Bull Ring. One more strong test, and the countdown to Martin's story title defense resumes. Jorge Martin's Montmeló test was more than a public debut after injury. It was a statement of survival. Bruised ribs and all, he proved that resilience trumps rust. As he eyes Misano and beyond, every mile on that Aprilia RSV4 brings him one step closer to full-throttle MotoGP action, and a chance to reclaim the crown he's fought so hard to defend. When pressed for a score on his first 5 months with Yamaha, Miller didn't hesitate. 4 or 5? He cited missed opportunities, including a costly Le Mans blunder, as the main culprits. We had a couple of races where we could have done a bit more. I made a very stupid mistake at Le Mans. We had a great chance of winning that race and I blew it. Those moments sting because Miller knows he has the pace to podium, if not to win. Yet he remains upbeat that aside from those errors, much went well, laying a foundation for the season's second half. Is a hefty load, Miller would trade static brakes for a longer summer hiatus, and stretch the action. I think 22 is a good number, but we could have more races in a row and then extend the summer break a bit. 4 weeks would be better than 3 weekends. Miller's proposal spotlights rider well-being and momentum, a condensed mid-season build-up, followed by a restorative 4-week summer pause, blending continuity with crucial recovery time. Amid swirling rumors linking him to Superbike and other MotoGP teams, Miller set his sights firmly on Pramac. Right now, my main goal is to continue in MotoGP with Yamaha and Pramac. If I do my job well, I hope to have a future here at Yamaha. Pramac must choose between Miller and satellite teammate Miguel Oliveira for 2026. The Australian's pledge underscores his determination to earn another factory-aligned ride. Contrary to popular belief, Miller believes a switch to World Superbikes wouldn't fatten his bank account beyond current MotoGP earnings. From what I know about Superbikes, it's pretty similar. The main financial difference in MotoGP lies in personal sponsorship deals. Manufacturer contracts may align, but riders in MotoGP often rely on lucrative helmet and suit deals to boost incomes, an area less common in the Superbike paddock. With Toprak Razgatlioglu on track to join Pramac next season, Miller greeted the prospect enthusiastically. We could see who can do the best jump. We could get both bikes flying at the same time. Miller's tongue-in-cheek dream of simultaneous wheelies captures both his competitive spark and his open-arms attitude toward a high-profile teammate. Jack Miller's Col Val d'Elsa appearance blended stark honesty with steadfast ambition. He owns his early-season flaws, proposes smarter calendars, and sets his heart on another year with Yamaha and Pramac, even as Superbike offers and a new teammate loom. In his world, performance earns seats, and Miller's resolve suggests he's already back on the podium trail. Thanks for watching ZNGP today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!